Well, good morning. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to put this up. I might put two videos up today, this one and the one recorded with the ambassador and friends yesterday. Uh, I, that's still to be determined. In any case, it was only about a half an hour or so ago that I had the thought to even do a video right now, since I don't have to do one. There's already one in queue waiting for upload and public display later on in the day. But the title of this video is Grace and the Discernment of Dis-ease. The past several days have been especially stressful for me, although the stress actually goes back further than just a week. Within the past week, however, very uncomfortable symptoms have appeared. Shortness of breath, low energy levels, inability to sleep, and most telling, it feels as if two opposing energies are battling within my physical being. Of course, this is affecting my mental state as well as my emotions. It is creating an even deeper introspection than is normal for me, as I have to reassess my activities and discern the meaning of what I experience in this disease. At first, it might appear to be some kind of curse, perhaps even a psychic attack. However, the thought came to me a short time ago that it is actually grace. Over the next several days, I will be letting go of activities with the ambassadors group as I try to make sense of the energies that are swirling around and within me. Yes, as I have indicated in especially the previous video of mine, not the one with the ambassador in the group, but it came to me that perhaps I have, I got to look at the correct word for that, congestive heart failure. See, and I still have that hacking cough and lots of other, I didn't even put that in the symptoms, but that is the way it is, and I apologize that you have to listen to that, but I'm going to make the video where I am right now, as I am right now. I don't know for sure if it is that, heart disease, congestive heart failure. I'm not sure that that's the true diagnosis, because it's a self-diagnosis, but the symptoms fit. One of the symptoms being the fact that that disease tends to show up in people that have had previous open heart surgeries. That's the truth of me. I mean, I had an open heart surgery, as I said in the previous video, on October 30th, 2002. So it's been a little over 12 years since I had that open heart surgery. And I really have had no complications in the entire time following that until this recent bout that I'm experiencing now. But I did have my friend, who is a long time registered nurse, check me out yesterday. And I found that I had slightly elevated blood pressure, especially the lower number was 93, which is not terrible. I mean, I've seen higher blood pressures over 100 on that lower number, so 93 isn't terribly high. But what was terribly high was my heart rate. My heart rate was varying between 115 and 130 beats per minute, when it's supposed to be about 80. So that's extremely significant, and I feel it. And when I talked about two opposing energies battling within me, I go back into my normal rhythm, my normal heart rhythm and heart rate, and then I'm feeling peace. But when I'm at the higher rate, it's like there's a demon battling within me that doesn't want me to be able to sleep, that doesn't want me to be able to have peace. Now, I've been getting only 3 to 4 hours sleep a night for a long time, sometimes a little less than that, but I've always been able most of the time been able to take a nap. Lately, I can't even take a nap. For example, last night I put a vaporizer on with eucalyptus in it and about a quart of food grade hydrogen peroxide in the water, and it became. Well, let's take it step by step. It took me a while to fall asleep, even with that there. My mind would not silence, but finally I did fall asleep, and then I woke up very abruptly. I don't think I slept even a half an hour. I had entered into that peaceful mode and was able to fall asleep, but I woke up shivering. Now, with the humidifier there, it's very humid in the room right next to my bed, and prior to that I didn't even have covers on. Because it was I was so warm, and when I'm in this excitable state where my heart rhythm is going very fast, I tend to generate. There's a lot of heat being generated, and I'm not cold. In fact, I'm warm even if it's cool around me. But in this case, I had fallen asleep and then woke up because I was cold, and by the time I pulled the blankets up over myself and to get warm again, my heart rate was racing, and it was several hours again before I was able to get the second phase of sleep for the evening. Now, I'm telling you all of this detail because I want to describe a little bit what the feeling is that's coming to me, or the thought that's coming to me, in regard to what it all means. Again, let me reiterate. It's like there are two separate energies. One is very peaceful, very calm, and in that energy, I'm able to rest. In the other energy, there is no rest. I can toss from one side to another. I get up, I go back down. I go to the bathroom. I do all sorts of things, but there's no peace and there's no rest. It's interesting because I've been working with this group of people trying to bring a true vision of peace to the world. And yet that working together there has also produced a tremendous amount of stress for me. This I have to acknowledge and admit to myself. There have been schedules that have been very hard to keep. There have been some disagreements in how to present certain things in just a small group of people. It hasn't been just like every other group, whether it was RUSA or Swiss Indo or other groups that I've been involved in. It's never easy to reach a consensus, and Aristo said that that's pretty much normal. That all of the energies in the collective conscious are going to be expressed in groups of people trying to work together. So that's not something to be that should come as a great shock or a great surprise, that the dynamics of human life enter into small groups and show up there behind the closed doors and the private workings of the group. But for me, it's very stressful, and it has been very stressful, and it reached a crescendo about a week ago when we were trying to get we had already created a video, but it was being held back from being released because the web page wasn't finished yet, and there was basically a lot of confusion there. But I felt it put my my credibility on the line, as well as the ambassador's credibility. Let me say one other thing. This is interesting because some of the symptoms that I'm experiencing, the ambassador is also experiencing. Not everything all the way down the line, but there are definite similarities between his dis-ease and my own. So what all this means, I don't know. But I had a couple of friends actually tell me I need to back up and I need to take some time off. Now, I'm not going to stop doing my videos. I'm not going to stop doing the community calendar. And I'm not going to stop the preparation that I need to make for the legal issues that are coming up in the near future in March. But I do need to let go of some of the other things that have been, quite honestly, overwhelming for me. And when I say let go, I don't know how I'm going to how all of that process is going to evolve and what decisions I'm going to make, but I need to listen to the advice that I'm given in this case, because there's a certain amount of resonance that says yes. The things that are stressing you, let go of them for a while. Step back from them and look at them. So I'm taking that as wisdom from the Holy Spirit. I also got an interesting email that I read this morning that says, "I've been watching your gradual decline, the gradual decline in your health, and along with your constantly using the phrase heartbreaking and never getting enough sleep. I feel that you are only reinforcing the script for your subconscious to follow. I have also observed your skin color go from chalky white to dusky blue, with fewer times of having a more ruddy appearance. Also, the energetic vortex I used to see above your head hasn't been there for quite some time. This isn't saying anything negative about who you are. This is just me seeing that all energies are now being diverted to where your attention is, consciously or subconsciously. I would tell you what I think it is, adding to it, but I doubt you would listen." That's all I'm going to read of that. And I have to start listening, and I have to start paying attention, because the symptoms can be life-threatening. And as I've said before, I'm willing to die, but I'd rather live and see the fulfillment of some of my vision actually occur and be able to participate in the co-creation of a better world. I mean, that's been my vision a long, long time, and it doesn't change. It does not depend on RUSA or OPPT or the Swiss Indo or the Ambassador or the Dragon family or the True Vision of Peace or any of that stuff. It has to do with who I am. But if I'm going to speak truth to power, if I'm going to be an influence for good in this world, I have to first come from a place centered within myself in integrity and live according to the purpose and vision that I've had for most of my life, all of my life as far as I know. So I'm preparing this video and doing this video to give you a heads up on some of the process that I'm going through. Why? I do videos every day. Why do I do that? I do that so that you can understand that there is a process involved in this awakening, in this ascension, or whatever you want to call whatever is going on with humanity right now. It is a process. It is step by step. And I know that I've had to let go of things in the past, and I may have to let go of things in the future. I don't know the direction this is going to take, but I need to be in honor to myself first, because if I do not honor myself, I'm not going to be able to be of much benefit to anyone else. To thine own self be true, and as day follows night, thou canst not be false to another. So as I said, I'm making a conscious choice at this point in time to step back a little bit. How long? I don't know how long that's going to be. But I need to reassess, because there has been a lot of stress, and it's showing up physically in my life. Normally it's been emotional and stuff like that. I have felt the stresses, but now I'm actually feeling them and experiencing them in my physical body, and sometimes it's overwhelmingly scary. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It feels like I'm going to die. But then, of course, I don't. And I come back into a more centered place, and things lighten up a little bit. So that's where I am today. It's Monday morning. I still have to do my Metagroups community calendar stuff. And possibly work a little bit more on my legal papers. I've decided, in talking to my retired lawyer friend, but I'm not going to try to get them into the filing with the court today. That can wait till tomorrow or whatever. But these are some of the things that I'm doing to discern my dis-ease, because I'm not at ease, I'm dis-eased. That's it. I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you for listening, and namaste.